Hey, hello there. Big John, the salon doctor, talking to you here, putting this together on a Saturday. Last couple of weeks, I've had to chat with several retailers, clients, and some new clients about EFTs. And it's, I guess maybe it's the perspective of 31 years. You don't, when it comes to talking about uncollected EFTs, you don't what I call sweat the small stuff. But let me go through a little bit of this, and maybe this will help you if you're kind of going nuts over trying to collect uncollected EFTs, because it does drive you crazy. But you got to look at the overall picture. Again, think of EFTs as this giant plate of linguine, and you've got all of this linguine on there. You take it and throw it against the wall. Most of it sticks, some of it slides off. But you got to look at the positive of what sticks. So let's talk a little bit just in general about in retail operation. And I've ran small operations, and I was a divisional manager for Target stores. And it's what we call shrinkage. Whether it's shrinkage, it's internal or external thievery. It's goods maybe that have gone out of date or have ruined if you're in the food business, whatever. So some of the stuff you just can't control, but you should focus on what you can control. So talking about unpaid EFTs, people that quit their membership, don't even get on a freeze with you, or you can't collect their card anymore, or whatever. It's what we call lost money, because there's not a lot you can do about it. There are some things you can do about it, and I'll talk about that in just a second. And then, of course, the definition is what is found money. Well, remember, there's a gamble every day you open up your salon. You're going to have some issues where sometimes everything goes terrific with every member. They pay, your EFTs go through, but there's always a gamble. The good thing about our business is that our gamble is very cheap to protect because we make such great margins on the selling of lotions and selling on UV services. We even make great margins also on spray booth and even to some extent handheld spraying. So what we run into at times, they'll buy an EFT really in essence to get a cheap 30-day of tanning. Now, the vast majority of people don't do that. And you have to remember that not everybody is a thief. It is a very small percentage. And so don't let it drive you crazy. And the question is, can you salvage unpaid EFTs? And here's how you can do it. You could do it thinking about that found money and success of collecting EFTs, especially in third and fourth quarter. What it should be done is uncollected EFTs should be handled by salon personnel when you can. And it's usually maybe it's a phone call. If you do postcards, that you do mailings to your customers, we miss you. We'd like to have you back. And I'll get into that in just a second. But unpaid EFTs are mostly lost money. Focus on the margin you made on what you got. In other words, yes, you didn't get paid some monies on EFTs, but look at what you got paid on the EFTs. That is found money. And it's a lot. I'm going to show you an example here in a second. So collecting unpaid EFTs is part negotiation, part relationship, and also part luck. Now, when I say it should be handled by salon personnel, you see my cursor up there. Look at, especially this time of the year, we can't say that every salon associate is so busy that they don't have time to do this. Really, what you really should do is make a list of those EFTs that have not been paid and look at it from this perspective of which employee sold them. Not that you're blaming the employee, you're not blaming them at all, unless of course they have an inordinate number of EFTs they sold that never collected. Then you got to start asking how they presented it in the first place. But what I would do is get that list over to your sales personnel, have them make the phone calls. Some phone calls are not going to answer. There's just some EFTs that are lost money, and people are just not going to respond at all. But sometimes a personal call from the person that sold them the EFT in the first place, and then maybe there's some negotiation that has to be done. Maybe what there is an additional discount on a lotion, or maybe, depending upon what is due, a free bottle of lotion. Maybe it's a $40 or $50 bottle of lotion that costs you at wholesale $10. And this unpaid EFT, if they continue to pay it, you could make a heck of a lot of money off it. But more importantly, you might get that customer back. So don't give up on lost EFTs. So how do I salvage unpaid EFT cancels? All right, so here's how. This time of the year, associates have spare time to offer on unpaid EFTs. So offer a bonus to your sales folks who collect an unpaid 30-plus day EFT. Say, look, you collect this regardless if they sold it or not. I'll give you another $5 or whatever. It's well worth it to you for them to do it, or $7 or $8, whatever, because if that uncollected EFT is $50 a month, you're still money way, way ahead. So also review that unpaid member data to prioritize who to collect. If you've got somebody that has a single month left to collect and you're charging $30 for that entry-level bed, maybe that's not at the top of your prioritization. I'd contact them by phone, text, email. I'd have your employees prepare a possible script to read to the delinquent payer, Tanner. Like down below, we miss you. We do, and we see that you've not taken advantage of your membership benefits, such as lotion discounts. If you come back, we'll add some free upgrades to your membership. Tell them, look, at the first week you're back, you'll tan upgraded in an upgraded bed at no upgrade charge. That's found money for you, because the cost for you of an upgrade is hardly anything. I mean, you could say, well, I could collect upgrade fees from them. Yeah, but you're not collecting an EFT from them right now. Most important thing is to get them back being active. And if you let them upgrade for a full week when they come back online with their membership, you're money ahead, because they may also want to just buy up from that level they're at to the next level. Next, we'll also discount your outstanding fees. You can get back to tanning. Now, this is kind of a desperate thing. I don't like to do this, but if they owe you on let's say a 6-month EFT membership and they haven't paid 4 months of it, if you said, look, we'll discount some of your outstanding fees. If you come back as an active member on EFT, I'll discount a whole month for you. You're money ahead. Remember, if they tan 12 times in a month, your variable cost is probably $9. You're money ahead, and you may get the customer back. In addition, we'll give you some free tanning lotion. Again, you're not saying what lotion. You're not going to give them a $140 bottle of black or whatever, but you're saying, look, I'll give you a free bottle of lotion if you get back active with your membership again. Remember, it's negotiation, it's relationship, it's luck. If you reactivate your membership, you can avoid a re-sign-up fee in 2022. This is something that's very important. I'm not real crazy about sign-up fees, because I don't like to forestall the close session of selling an EFT, but I do like re-sign-up fees, or the use of that, to get people to not terminate in the first place. Or if they do terminate, or they don't pay up the rest of their EFT, that's one of the offers you can make them over the phone is, listen, we'd like you to avoid a re-sign-up fee in 2022. If they've tanned for any time with you at all, they're a tanner. They're going to want to come back. So, and if they ask what the re-sign-up fee is, that's arbitrary. That's up to you, but it could be $25, $30, whatever. And that sometimes can get them to come back in for their membership. But remember too, your unsuccessful balances, keep them for next year and negotiate or use of the re-sign-up fee. So don't take those people, members, and throw them in the ash can thinking you're never going to see them again. Go after them, but hold on to that balance until they come back in. When they come back in, that's a whole different ballgame. Then I would say they should pay a re-sign-up fee. particularly if they signed up for a 3 or 6 month and they were only good for the first month. That says to me they were just trying to get a cheap 30 days. Okay, so here's an example. Here was a retailer just recently dealt with. They collected $12,609 from their EFTs in August. They had $2,000 of unpaid EFT commitments. They had 456 EFT draws. They collected 456 EFT successful EFT draws. 43 were not collected. The average of those 43 not collected, $27.40. So think, they collected 12,609. They didn't collect 2,000, but the average was 27 bucks. The unpaid tanners used 450 tans times an average of 75 cents variable cost. So you lost in variable cost $337, or the salon did, versus the 12,609 you collected. Don't sweat the small stuff. That plate of linguine still has a lot of linguine on the wall. So the message is relax. This particular retailer, their business was up 78% through the end of August, year to date versus 2019. So you prepare possible scripts to read for delinquent paying tanners. Look at guys, you're going to have some EFTs that don't go through, but you're going to have a whole garbage load of them that do. So focus on the positive side of it. Every retail business has a downside. Shrinkage, whether it's external, internal theft, people that intentionally want a cheap 30-day tanning from you. That's not great what they did, but look at, focus on the positive. Try to keep your customers, try to negotiate them to come back in on their memberships. And if nothing else, make sure that they get on a freeze if you can. Better off to have them on a freeze. And if they want to freeze and still tan, they can tan at half of the single tan price. And eventually maybe they'll see that it's cheaper for them to get back on an EFT. All right, so lastly, this is a huge peak season right now for me. We've got owners coming out of the woodwork, and it's great. I'm not complaining. I love the work. It keeps my old brain from going to jelly. But if you need help on your pricing or EFT design, strategy, marketing, HR guidance, staff training, hey, this is what I'm here for. Single salon starts at $950 for 30 days. We're going to get you that money back really quick. Go on any of the forums or send your email over to me. I'll send you a list of 50 or 60 people that we deal with, and they'll tell you that they got their money back very quickly. And you'll get that off of the tanning salon forums. So if you want a free consultation, hey, just sign up at www.johnrfarr.com, and I'll give you a free consultation. I guarantee it. You'll just have to give me some numbers. We'll talk about the numbers. I'll show you how your numbers compete with the rest of our system numbers, and that'll show you where your opportunities are. I have yet, in almost 600 different owners, not found some great opportunities, because this is all I do. If you have a single salon or you have a chain, this is what you deal with. You know that business. I know the business from almost 600 different salon owners, well over 2,000 salons. So what I learned from this salon, I carried over to this salon. So I stand on the shoulders of all the people that I've dealt with in the past. And you can see that I'm unusual. According to my kids and grandkids, I'm very unusual, but I'm unusual in this business in that I came to the tanning industry with a lot of both academic and also corporate experience. I've managed thousands of people, managed a lot of balance sheets and financial analysis. Hey, you need help, give me a call, and I will definitely get you back and up to the level of business you want. So you take care. Thanks for listening.